Click. Villain log number 619. Ah, my trusty voice recorder. How I miss you while I was in penitentiary. Can you believe I was stuck in there for an entire 2 weeks? They must have been beefed up security since last time I was there. It took only 5 days to break it out then. But it doesn't matter. I'm finally out of prison once again, and now I can focus on my next evil plot. Oh, but what do I do? What to do? What to do? What to do? I must have repeated it, but it doesn't matter. Maybe start off robbing that bank a few blocks down? Nah, too boring. Plant a bomb in the citadel? Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. I can make a whole big announcement on the stadium and... Oh, wait, that won't work. That damn hero suit was X-ray vision. Actually, is that how X-ray works? Whatever. Hero gadgets are bull anyway. Honestly, it was also much easier until she showed up. Plans being foiled, being constantly thrown into prison, and everyone cheers for their new hero. Oh, how I miss the old days when I could do whenever I wanted with no one to stop me. Once upon a time, I practically owned the city, and it was taken from me in an instant. It gets me so mad to think about it. I could just... Wait, if I'm having such a problem with her, why not just take her out? I mean, it should be so simple, right? It's not as if she's the one with those superpowered freaks, so she's still human. Problem is, nobody knows anything about her, so there's nothing to plan for. Ooh, maybe I could take her out. I'll go rob that bank I was planning on, and then that hero follows my plot. And I'll make my daring escape. Yeah! And when I eventually lose her after a long chase, I'll use that to tail her back at his home. Oh, this is perfect! I'll go make the preparations now. I'll be sure to keep you updated, voice recorder. Toodaloo! Click. Villain log number 620. Good afternoon, voice recorder! You will never believe what happened. I thought it would be so much harder, but I was able to lose her quite easily. I swear, I only turned a corner before I heard, darn it, he got away from the distance. I mean, I get it. You don't want to chase me all day, but object permanence much? Anyway, I'm going off track. After watching her stop a few more crimes, I was finally able to follow her home. I was so excited! Voice recorder, you have no idea! Was it going to be a dank cave full of gadgets and rodents? Or maybe a mountain of ice? But then I get there and it was so... disappointing. Her secret lair ended up being some nice suburb house downtown. You know, the kind of place I would have wanted to settle down in when I cared about mediocrity. I've had a few days to watch her, and probably the biggest thing I've noticed is that she seems very lonely. Not even the type that broods and goes, my parents are dead all the time, like the rest of those edgy types. She just seems to go through life in a rut. 9-5 job, no friends to speak of, no mentions of family, not even a boyfriend. She's just so mundane and boring compared to what I expected. But now comes the question, how can I use this against her? No family means I can try to kidnap them. No boyfriend means... Wait, that's perfect! So here's what I've got. Voice recorder. I was watching this one movie in the background of my scheming. Can't remember much of it. But what do I remember is when the blue guy was disguising himself as in the boy's dream girl to date him. I don't have any gadgets like that myself, but I'm considered one of the fairest in the criminal underground. Mm-hmm. A bit of makeup here and a little, like a fashion icon here and there. And voila, it's like I'm a completely different person. Now here's the plan. I accidentally bump into her, go out on a few dates to get her nice and attached, and when the time finally comes, I'll stab her in the back. Yeah! And then, finally, this city will be mine! Alright, I'll give myself a few days to prepare myself with just the right look to send any girl into a frenzy, and now I'll sign off by dubbing this immaculate plot. Operation Homewrecker? Toodaloo! Click. Villain log number 623. Operation Homewrecker 001. So, voice recorder, how do I look? Ravishing, right? Certainly enough to seduce anyone and everyone, including any pesky heroes. Alright, you don't have a camera function, do you? I've been meaning to get a camcorder, but I just can't bear the thought of replacing you. Anyway, I've been watching our target for about a week now, and it seems like she likes to exercise a lot. Gotta stay in shape to put the bodies behind bars, probably. She also takes the same route every time she runs. And I'm just so happy to have planned out every corner of her route. This plan is going to be perfect. Now, all I have to do is wait for just a little while longer, accidentally bumping into her, and if my research is anything to go off, it shall be love at first. Gah! Hey, watch where you're going, you clumsy little piece of... Oh, hey. I'm so sorry about that. I just haven't had my morning coffee yet. Are you out on a run too? Oh, yeah. Just taking a quick break to record in my audio diary. You know, nothing special. Nothing special at all. Say, maybe if you have a bit of time, would you like to jog over to the coffee shop nearby? I've got a feeling that talking to you will be oh so enlightening. What do you say? Great, it's a date. Oh, and pick your drop off the floor so we can get there before the sun sets, alright? I'll tell you about this later. Click. Vinny log number 624. Operation Homewrecker number 002. Hook, line, and sinker. I expected to take a bit of effort to rake her in, but that was too easy. It doesn't matter. The date went well. It was fun. Well, as fun as a boring coffee date could be at least. But you gotta start somewhere, you know? At least that's what those movies I researched said. Although you wouldn't think it. The woman of the hour is actually quite fun to talk to. Witty, interesting, and even a bit charming. It's like the exact opposite of the hero I so loved. Oh, And you're probably wondering whether I killed her or not. You've gotta have patience, my dear voice recorder. These things take time. Besides, the whole time she seemed kinda on edge. The normal, untrained eye might have thought she was just nervous about the date. Hmm. But I know my rival all too well. I bet she's suspicious of me. Hmm. Which means I'll have to step up my game if I want to sell this. Oh well, it doesn't seem like my plans failed just yet. So I'll go off to do some research on her and these romance movies. I'll give any updates I need when I have them. Until then, toodaloo! Click! Feeling log number 701. Operation Homewrecker number 010. Well, voice recorder, it's been about a month since I started Operation Homewrecker, and I must say, I think I've got the stating thing down. She certainly is up over the weeks, so I think it's safe to say I've got her off my trail. And the best part is, neither of us have asked about our jobs yet. I mean, I already know who she is, but she doesn't know who I am. Kinda like an unspoken agreement to keep our secrets. The only thing I feel I have to work on is this weird feeling I had during our date yesterday. I went out shopping with her, modeling some expensive clothes that she was obviously gonna pay for, and then this hussy comes out of the stall next to mine. And what happens next? She glances at him! Of all people! I mean, really, I'm here putting on the best show you've ever seen, and you have the audacity to try to take my Mark's attention? Oh, you know that as soon as I'm done with this lug, I'm going straight to the dark web to find him and his address and put a pipe bomb in his mailbox personally. Oh, but that's the problem. You see it, right, voice recorder? I just got so unnecessarily angry when she looked at him. I didn't even think about taking her out. It was as if something I care about was being threatened. I wanted her eyes on me and no one else. Just what is going on with me? Well, I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some issues to work out. And it'd be preferable if said issues went boom! Toodaloo! Click! Pinlog number 824. Operation Homewrecker number 102. It's been a while, hasn't it? About 2 weeks since my last log. Jeez. But with Operation Homewrecker progressing like it has been recently, I just haven't had any time. So for the timeline, it's been about a year since I started this plan. Happy anniversary. In fact, that's why I remembered today. We went to this jewelry store today since she said she wanted to check something out there. I was also excited, but that was because I thought it was a nice place for a small robbery later. But then she starts whispering to the jeweler behind the counter, and being the fly on the wall I am, I just had to listen in. And then she said the damnedest thing. She wanted to measure my finger for a ring. I mean, what is that? Anyway, do you know what that means, voice recorder? She wants to marry me. This is absolutely perfect. If I marry her, I'll have 24/7 access to her. I just turn around in bed and take her out whenever I want. Oh my, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about the possibilities. That's it. Right after this, I'll get the best damn wedding attire she's ever seen. and really knock her off her feet. Toodaloo! Eh, yeah! Wedding bells, here I come! Woo! And then the city will be mine! Finally! Leak! Huh? Where'd you find this box, darling? In the attic. Well, why don't I take this box and check inside while you're doing your house chores? Right, wifey? Okay, now let's see here. Wait, is that? Voice recorder! Oh god, it's been years! I finally found you! I thought I lost you. And with the fusion battery I put in you so long ago, you must have been running this whole time, huh? Remind me to check on that. The counter is going off too. One wrong move and more than the city will be vaporized. That is so close, she never finds out this. Alright, just for all times, feeling leg number... Wait, what number was I on again? It's been so long. I've completely forgotten. Oh well, you're probably just wondering about Operation Homewrecker, right? You'll be happy to hear that I haven't forgotten about even all these years later. There's just been one small teeny adorable problem with that. I already have a family. Sure, I'll be glad. So, voice recorder, this is the little troublemaker right here. Always needing food. It's such a hassle sometimes. But it's all going to worth it. Because sometime in the future, when they're all grown up, they're gonna be one of the best villains in the world's ever seen. Oh, sorry. What do you want to say, dear? See, you can go to your mother right now. Thank you. Oh, someday, my... Oh, you'll see. And you can rest assured that even it's not today or tomorrow, even I have to wait until I'm old and gray, I'll get my chance to enact the last step of my plan, and I'll finally rule the city! Until next time, toodaloo! Click!